Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone in both the analog and digital world. Welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all lands. I am Lunar D8, and I've been feeling like crap the past few days or so. But like I said, feeling mostly better. Been just kind of low energy. I was only like coughing a bunch that first day, which is like, it was Wednesday or something, Tuesday. Wednesday, I don't know. Which it's turned off. I don't know. It's been like 5 days or something since I think it's Wednesday. Friday I had a fever and felt like crap. Took some Michael, went to bed for a while. I don't know. Just kind of had low energy and felt like shit since then. Just occasional lightheadedness. Not a big deal. Let's check OBS. Okay, looks like it's fine. Let's hop back into this, which... Are we on a... Okay, no. Okay, so it would be this one. I think I remember somebody was saying they wanted to see both options in this, but like I said, I can always come back to it. Though, yeah. Oh well, even if she blocks my path, it's not like Sarah can stop me. I have lots of save files, so I can always come back to this stuff even after I beat the game. I mean, apparently there's 10 achievements and I have one of them. I left the house earlier than usual, taking with me some spending money from the newest source of drama in my life. It's far too early to deal with that kind of drama. I should be in bed right now, reaping my reward for a job well done. Instead, I'm running away from my own sister like a coward. Honestly, who gets angry at money showing up on their doorstep? And for whose sake does she think I keep lowering myself to the likes of a criminal? But there's no use getting aggravated over it. Whether I like it or not, Sarah's right to be angry. Large sums of money don't just show up at a person's house, not without consequences. Even if I don't have a problem with what I'm doing, it's only logical that my sister would feel differently. My actions are quite immoral, not to mention highly illegal. So until I can face her with a level head, I need to bide my time and calm my nerves. Why do I only... Would I have had additional options had I done something differently in the game? Why give me... I only have one choice. Learn more about Richmond. I've actually covered a few districts within Richmond that I never thought I'd enter. When I first came to this town, my plan was only to skulk around the safer districts and to go directly to and from work every day. But during my short stint as a collector, I wound up patrolling several business districts. And given the nature of my new job, I'll likely end up exploring many more. Speaking of which, I guess I really am a killer now, aren't I? Last night I saw the death of a complete stranger solely because I needed the money. I didn't think about declining. I never considered abandoning the job halfway through, and I didn't hesitate to take action any step of the way. A man is now dead because of my own greed, and yet nobody cares. That's right. Taking a human life isn't supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be a deplorable act that only the worst of us even consider committing. And yet, it was so quick, so easy. A group of people told me that a man needed to die. I stalked him, spent the day watching him, and before the day was over, he was dead. Did he deserve to die? Did he need to die? Was there truly no other way to take his life? Who cares? You said it yourself. Nobody does. I'm just thinking too much into this. Those questions don't need answering. It's already too late for them to have any impact. I need to come to terms with my new job and accept the fact that I'm simply not a moral person. I killed a man purely out of greed, and I'll readily do it so again. Of course, even if I'm a bad person, that doesn't mean I can't enjoy the simpler attractions this town has to offer. I've seen many of the shady businesses within this town, seen sides of people they usually keep hidden. But I've spared no thought for the sights people actually want to see. Like this is nice. Is it odd that I'm actually the kind of person who has gone to parks and stuff and driven to like the big cities just to go to a place like this and just sort of sit there and enjoy the view? I like relaxing, okay? Even in a town like this, where lives are worth nothing more than a paycheck, there are still sights worth seeing. I've been too caught up in the underworld of this town to pay attention to the deceptive surface and the innocent image it cultivates. Whether it's real or not, I shouldn't let the beauty of this town be drowned out by the... You've got to be kidding me. Is that who I think it is? You can't escape reality that easily. I should have known. It doesn't matter if I want to see the evil in this town or not. The fact is, I've already become aware of it. I can't enter a restaurant without thinking about running collections. I can't walk past a pair of teenagers without thinking about what happened to Lucia. Not to mention, what happened after that. And now I'm running into killers in the freaking park. Every car park is a reminder of Karasu's underground arena. Every gym reminds me of the ambush that had been waiting for me. Whether I like it or not, this town has already taken root within my brain. It's too late to play dumb and simply take things to see it as valid. I remember there was this game, I think Pocket Mirror or something, or it was some horror game that I gave up on because I couldn't get past the first room. And I was like, I had to look up a guide at some point to try to get past that. At some point I'll look up that game and I'll type it in the comments or something. I'll return to it eventually, okay? Whenever I type out that comment, just comment on that comment or on that video or whatever. I don't know. The only thing left to do now is morning. Embrace this town for what it is. Japanese girl. Hey now, don't tell me you've forgotten my face already. Sigh, as popular as ever with the ladies, huh? No wait, maybe this is some unspoken rule between people in our occupation. In case one of us is ever caught, it's best to pretend we don't know each other, so we can't drag one another down. She might even be in the middle of a job, in which case my interference would only hinder her efforts. Well, I'll make a save. Return to game, and I'll leave her alone. It couldn't hurt to be on good terms with my coworkers, but if my presence is causing her grief, then it can't be helped. Well, see you later. The girl promptly disappeared, failing to utter even a single word as she did so. That's what I get for trying to be nice, huh? Not even a goodbye? Oh well, it's not like we won't see enough of one another in the future. Maybe she's just the kind of person who needs time to get comfortable around people. I was surprised enough to see someone my age, or even younger, already working under Karasu. Even if friendship is a stretch, it would be nice if we could get along. Myself aside, the second youngest person in our group has to be at least in his 20s. Maybe she's simply not used to speaking her mind, since the rest of our coworkers are all out of our age range. I can't imagine that she'd have much in common with them outside of work. Sigh. It really isn't worth worrying about, is it? I was prepared to give this town another chance, to look on the bright side, and then that girl just showed up out of nowhere. As a result, I couldn't even enjoy my time out of the house, and I wound up thinking about working again instead. This new lifestyle of mine really will take time to adjust to. After spending my morning out of the house and successfully avoiding my sister's wrath, I returned to an empty, peaceful home. I devoted the rest of my alone time to exercising, honestly bereft of anything more meaningful to do, and tired myself out more than I thought possible. Push-ups, sit-ups, jogging around the neighborhood, even performing pull-ups at a playground a few blocks away. I did everything I could think of. I drank more water than ever before, pushed my muscles past their limits, and soon regretted doing so. After a few hours of intense exercise, I felt like I was ready to pass out. But with my livelihood depending on my physical fitness, I knew it was for the best. As fit as I may be, a healthy body could mean the difference between life and death for me, so there's no such thing as overdoing it. The only things I need to be wary of now are the side effects such a lifestyle may bring. Unfortunately, one of those side effects was already making itself very obvious. Reeking of sweat, I forced myself into the shower, careful to avoid invoking my sister's anger twice in one day. As if she had been waiting for me to bathe, the moment I finished putting my dirty clothes back on, I was greeted by a familiar face. "Good evening, madam." "Humph." So I guess she's still mad about this morning. This is going to be a long night. As I closed the front door after her, Sarah slipped into our bedroom and put away her backpack and school books. I followed Sarah into our room, but the moment I tried to talk to her, she just walked straight back out. "So, how was school?" "Make lots of friends? Keep out of trouble?" "Tish." "Learn some new recipes? Top your class in a test? Or maybe you were too busy fighting off the boys to get any work. You want to know how my day was? You really want to know? Fine then, let me tell you. First, I spent the entire morning wondering where the hell you could have gone after running away like a coward. After that, I started to think about how you made so much money to begin with. I tried to compile a list of methods in class, but you know what? No honest job pays that well. Maybe my brother's a criminal, I thought. Maybe he stole that money, or sold something that didn't belong to him. Sarah? Shut up. You want to know what I got up to today? Because this is exactly it. 6 hours of classwork, and I couldn't calm down at all. I spent the whole day stressing and thinking the worst. And after tearing my hair out trying to figure out how you made that damn money, you know what I realized? It doesn't matter how you made the money. Even if you stole it, I could deal with that. What I can't forgive is you keeping it secret from me. Why? Why can't you just be honest with me? I used to know everything about you, but lately, it's like I don't even know who you are anymore. Sarah, don't touch me. Damn. Sarah's more worked up about this whole matter than I thought. I figured that leaving her alone for a while would give her time to cool off, but instead it just made matters worse. She spent the whole day letting her insecurities fester, until I gave her a chance to vent. What's more, I've been so focused on making ends meet and surviving in this town that I never even considered how Sarah felt about it at all. But there's just no way I could ever tell Sarah what I do for a living. Even if Sarah's mad now, hearing that I got the money hurting people, killing people, she'd never speak to me again. So, as much as it pains me, do you really want to know how I've been making money? Nod. Sigh. All right. The truth is, I've been doing temp work for a construction company. If I want to get out of this without destroying our relationship, I can only lie. Eh? Don't you lie to me. There's no construction pays that well. Normally it doesn't, but I've been working all through the day lately, as well as during the night. Last fortnight I was working on an urgent project. It paid well, but as you notice, I had to work all hours of the day, and it's dangerous work. That's why I returned home half dead in the middle of the night, not that long ago. But hey, it certainly pays well enough. Long hours, night work, exhausting shifts. That's got to make it worth your while, right? You know? That's it? Huh? You're telling me that I've been worrying myself into early grave and all you've been doing is construction work? Why didn't you just tell me? Well, like I said, it's only temp work, and it's often dangerous. I didn't want you to worry about. I was worried. You should have just told me from the start. Do you have any idea what kinds of things I was imagining? I thought you were some kind of criminal. Oi, oi. Was that really the only explanation you could think of? I know it's not a nice thought, but with that kind of money, I guess I was just jumping to conclusions. There's no way you do something like that. I shouldn't have accused you. Ha, she bought it. Still, why did you automatically jump to the conclusion that I was a criminal? Couldn't you have just assumed I was gambling, or selling my body? Pff, my brother, a lady of the night, yeah, right. Heh, men can do that too, you know? Ha, you idiot, like anybody would pay you for that. In fact, I'm pretty sure you'd be the one paying your clients. Well, sorry for not being whore material. Heh, it's okay. I'll still sleep with you. But not like that. I'm just saying that there is one girl you can always sleep with. No, that still came out wrong. You know what I'm trying to say, don't you? Well, I'm flattered and all, but maybe we should just stay siblings? I'm telling you, that isn't what I meant. You know perfectly what I'm trying to say. Even if you aren't whore material, I give up. Now this is more like it. Forget drama and conflict. Teasing Sarah is what I live for. Calm down. I know what you mean. Really? Of course. But did you really think I wouldn't tease you for saying it? Sarah's face remained bright red, but her breathing had slowed down to its normal level, indicating that the anger and anxiety from moments ago had come to pass. I continued to tease her a while longer, and she made sure to return the favor once or twice, completing the scene of a happy night in the Tesla home. Three days later. Friday night, September 30th. I don't know, would it be worth doing multiple playthroughs of this game? Like I said, there's other horror games like I mentioned. I'll put it somewhere in the comments. Well, actually, no, I can just look it up right now. Let me just type this. Go to YouTube. Open this. Go here. Click that. Playlists. Scroll down. How long ago did I do this? Well, it couldn't have been that far back. It's probably not its own playlist. Yep, I was right. Let's play Pocket Mirror Goldener Trom. I'll put a link to it in the description and in the comments when it's posted. It's in the Cursed Mansion playlist. But yeah, just I don't want to do a boring video. Then again, most of my videos are boring. They're just me rambling. Heck, lately I've just been no energy. So I'm just making videos because I want to. Then again, I've made videos during the times I had COVID. I've had COVID twice and I still made videos through it. I just like making videos, okay? Even if I have nothing interesting to say, and even if I feel like I'm gonna pass out sometimes. But hey, I think the lightheadedness thing is mostly gone. In the days following the latest spat with Sarah, life passed by in a surprisingly peaceful manner. With only a single day of work for the week, and Sarah having caught on to my change in profession, I had no reason to leave the house, let alone feign going to work. My presence at home was at an all-time high, and money problems had become a thing of the past, leaving Sarah with very little to worry about. And of course, if she's happy, I'm happy. The only downside of my new lifestyle is the mind-numbing boredom. Working for only one day a week may be restful, but it's bad for the sanity. I've been exercising to a ridiculous degree as a result, but that doesn't stave off the boredom for long. Right now I'd rather much be down here, where things are at least interesting. Not that I was worried, of course. I had the guy right where I wanted him. So I said to him, "Which do you think is faster, a police car or my knife?" By the time I'd sliced off half his face, the guy was pissing himself. You should have seen the look on his demented face. Or at least they were interesting. Until Leon started monologuing. As I pondered my own situation, Leon continued to prattle on, as he had, from the moment Cy had asked for his report. Professional or not, Leon's hubris seemed to be getting in the way of his report, not to mention our meeting. That's enough. Sit down and shut up. Vincent, report. Huh? Oh, I'm right. Vincent wiped the drool from his mouth and stood up. 3 targets, 3 kills, no civilian casualties, expense of 3 bullets. Not bad at all, I think. I may be new here, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out that executing all your targets without any unrelated casualties or expenses is ideal. Regardless, I must admit that I'm a little jealous. Even if I only just started here, 1 job for the week is pitifully low. And I can just imagine the pay bump for tripling my quota. Kane? 2 targets, 2 kills, 5 civilian casualties. Jesus! No expenses. Do the casualties need taken care of? No, sir. They never saw me coming. Good enough. Misa? Was your assistance required? In response to Sai's query, nobody made a sound. Instead, my other coworkers all turned my way, waiting for an answer. Going by their stares and the fact that there were only 2 girls here, I guess this must be Misa. Whatever her name is, she's quite an odd person. The girl ignored me when we met by chance, yet she'll still sleep on my shoulder without hesitation. Speaking of which... Psst! Misa, wake up! I gently shook Misa back and forth until her eyes finally opened. Shake, shake? No sooner had she woken up to silently answer Sai's question than Misa dozed off once more. Fine, go back to sleep. I'm used to being a pillow. I guess you were fine on your own after all. Whoa, hang on a second. You actually did it? Without any help? You don't have to act that surprised. Wait. What are these 2 talking about? How does Misa's answer correspond to my assignment? Did a damn good job of it, too. Much better than you would have, Leon. So she was the person who was probably staking out inside the apartment. Seriously, he probably had a gas mask or something on. Made it look like a car accident or something. Nobody even saw him. Nobody? Misa, was he the victim? Was he with the victim until the moment of death? Once again, he's asking her instead of me. How would she even know? Wait a second, was Misa following me? Logically speaking, it does make sense. They can't have a target survive just because the new guy failed, after all. Even so, for Misa to be able to follow me all that way for that long without me catching a single glimpse of her, she really must have a place here. At least Sai looks as dangerous as he acts. I completely underestimated this girl. Nod. Misa nodded in response to Sai's question, still seemingly half asleep. Alright, good enough. Suo, report. Me? Crap. How did the others go again? 1 target, 1 kill, no civilian casualties. Expenses? Train and bus fare? Yay, I made a funny joke, apparently. My colleagues all chuckled at me and rolled their eyes one after another. Fine, that's it for now. Nobody has any outstanding targets or loose ends. Sunday it is. With the meeting at last coming to an end, my colleagues rose to their feet and left the room one after another. That is, except for Misa and I. If it were Sarah asleep on my arm, I would have simply carried her home. Given that the girl on my shoulder was both a near stranger and a professional killer, however, I realized that probably wouldn't go over too well. Just as I pondered my situation, Sai removed Misa from my shoulder, supporting her sleeping figure so she wouldn't fall over. Suo? Yes, sir. Karasu wishes to speak with you. As do I. Why are you all frowny-faced about this? After a short trip in utter silence, Sai, Misa, and I made our way to Karasu's office. Misa immediately made her way over to the wall and sat down, propping herself up and going back to sleep. Sai closed the door behind us, then walked over to my side as we faced Karasu. Welcome back, my children. All is well, I presume. His children. Karasu's starting to sound more like a priest than a crime lord. Is there a difference? Sir, I've brought the boy. I can see that. Did you tell him why he's... Oh right, sorry, that was rude of me. Suo, my boy, do you know why you're here? No, sir. You don't have even an inkling. I'm sure there are dozens of reasons why Karasu might have called me here, and given his jovial tone, I'm guessing it's not for anything negative. As for what the reason might be, however, I have no idea. No, sir. In that case, let me show you something. Let me show you something! Karasu pressed a key on his laptop, causing the television's... Isn't that the Lucia girl? Like, that shouldn't have been possible, but... At the very minimum, this means that the professional criminal individuals know about my amateur? What we call it, amateur criminal activities? I don't know if there's a word for that. But I assume that's where this is going. I guess it would make sense that they would know about this. I guess, maybe, I don't know. Karasu pressed a key on his laptop, causing the television screen behind him to light up. This is the research lab of Ada Technologies, a medical science firm. They're one of the largest multinational companies in the country. Ever heard of them? I know all too well who they are. There aren't many people in the country who don't. Ada are the ones responsible for curing asthma, heart disease, and even various types of cancer. Wow, that sounds good. The problem is their cures come with a premium price tag, and the patients who can actually afford their services still tend to drop like flies. Then it's not really a cure, is it? They became infamous sometime last year when they unveiled their new wonder drug, as they put it, a universal vaccine. The type to cure you of any sickness known to man. I don't think an actual panacea elixir actually exists. Phoenix down! God damn it. Needless to say, it was a huge bust. Why do I want an energy drink called a Phoenix Down? Probably because I think they actually made one about a decade or two ago, and it was like all over the news. Did we ever get to try one? I don't know. I mean, it's probably just cotton candy flavored Red Bull or something, probably. I don't know. I've tried a few off-brand energy drinks or stuff like that. Here's a picture of Goku. Spirit Bomb flavor! All part of medical trials, successfully curing nothing but their drop in sales. I have, sir. I've heard all about them. Oh, is that so? I bet you haven't heard what's in the works in their lab in Middlebrook. That's a pretty safe bet, considering I've never even heard of the place. No, I haven't. Oh, in that case, feast your eyes on these. Karasu handed me a stack of blueprints, all marked confidential, bearing Adder watermarks. The text was unreadable and the diagrams nonsensical, but they were definitely corporate blueprints. Okay. Wait a minute, is Karasu stealing their technology? Little Misa managed to get their hands on a flash drive containing these documents during an assignment a few months back. It took a while for our techies to decrypt the contents, but now that they have, Karasu gestured that I should flip through to the later blueprints. I did as he wanted, then stopped as I reached documents with English text and decipherable diagrams. As you can see, Adder have been branching in other technologies. While they make money on the side by selling premium medical products, the core of their research is weaponry. On the page you're looking at, for example, is a personal fighter craft, a vehicle capable of flight that takes up less space than a modern sedan. It's marked as being a project for greener transportation, of course, allowing Adder to reap research and development grants outside of military commissions. Not that anybody believes it. In the first quarter of the next year, Adder planned on unveiling their newest wonder drug to the public. When they do, security will be heightened, and the research facilities will be far more difficult to infiltrate. So before they can do that, my children, you three are going to break into Adder Technologies. Again, sleepy. In the face of Karasu's amazing proclamation, Sai and Misa both seem thoroughly underwhelmed. Us three, you mean me? Who else would I mean? I told you when we first met, did I not? I told you that your job was not so simple. But I've never. It's the whole boxing fiasco all over again. This is definitely not what I signed up for. What's wrong? Not feeling up to the job? Sai and Little Misa have broken into Adler facility plenty of times. Sai and Little Misa didn't start in this line of work less than a week ago. Not including the abandoned house near Sarah's school. The only place I've really broken into was the Kai household, and that was no walk in the park. I can only imagine how I'd go breaking into the office of a multi-billion-dollar company. Sir, it's just... Wouldn't the others be more suited to the job? I only just started here, and I've never done this kind of thing before. There's no way I... Heh. The others? What, you mean Vincent? Violet? One of those novices? Let me tell you something. Outside of their small little worlds, the other members of your esteemed group are nothing. Violet, that little harlot so proud of her ability to seduce men, yeah, she couldn't handle a simple target? Then you come along out of nowhere, first day on the job, and in one night you render her a week of effort moot. Or Kane, perhaps. The man can beat Navy SEALs with his bare hands, but can he enter a scene without catching the attention of everyone there? I don't even remember the last time he completed a job without injuring innocent civilians in the process. Karasu continued listing his complaints about each of my coworkers. I wanted to hear the other complaints, trying to convince me that I was overestimating their abilities. Look, this isn't a job that requires experience, or even the ability to defend yourself. This job requires stealth, tact, and adaptability, things that majority of your esteemed colleagues lack. The only other one of your colleagues up to the job is Leon. Pity, I can only trust him as far as I can throw him. There's no telling what kind of mischief that conceited fool would get up to on a job like this. Besides, I didn't choose you because you're the shiniest of 5 turds. I chose you for your adaptability. One day on the job, and you're better collector than Marcus. One day as a killer, you outdo Violet. It's remarkable. You just shift from position to position like it's nothing, adapting to your situation and blending in. You're like a human chameleon. I mean, I think I've said it before. There's 3 things that define a human being. At least my definition of a human being. A human being can be defined by 3 things. 1, we are infinitely curious. Heck, a building could be on fire in the middle of a city. If you don't see people around that building on fire, it's either because, well, they're dead or they can't be there. But if the building's on fire, you can have people just there watching it burn. You know, maybe not the best way to describe human curiosity, but like I said, there's 3 traits I would use to describe humanity. 1 is we are infinitely curious. 2 is that we are adaptable. And 3, we have the urge to give and receive head pats. Just saying, if you see a cute, fluffy kitten, you have to pat it on the head, and pet it, and talk to it. Also, it's nice to get a head pat, too. Is that supposed to be a compliment? Yes, it is. I've been called a lot of things in my life, but chameleon is a new one. And the only reason I adapt so readily is because I have no choice. Sai and his daughter... Oh! I did not know Misa was Sai's daughter! I did not know you were that old, Sai! I mean, you'd have to be like 40 or something, right? You look like you're 19. You'd have to be 40 years old. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sai and his daughter are the only ones currently capable of pulling this off. Unfortunately, the security measures, barring entry from Adder's most prized secrets, make this job a 3-person minimum. That's why I want you, my little chameleon, to start learning from the best. Even if you aren't ready now, a few weeks with my greatest assets should give you all the training you need. I don't know whether to feel flattered or afraid. Me, break into Adder Technologies. But I'm a killer, right? That's why you hired me. I did nothing of the sort. Your first assignment was a test. The fact that you also completed a necessary service under my employ is just a bonus. Of course, that isn't to say you won't be killing anyone else, but your position is by no means limited to that kind of work. So what do you say? Interested in becoming Sai's new protege? Breaking into Adder, learning from Sai. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested, but to already move on from assassinations to corporate espionage? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Am I a high school student? A furniture mover? A collector? A head collector? Assassin? What is my goal? Do I want to make enough money to support my sister indefinitely? Am I just making ends meet until we receive our inheritance? My life has been on overdrive for a while now. I've done all kinds of things I never thought possible. Am I really prepared to move into the world of corporate espionage? Make a save. Return to the game. And that's the thing, if I ever return to this game, like after I beat it, am I going to play it through as a whole new playthrough? Am I going to... If I do that, I'll probably use the first half of the save slots from that, and then I'll... Second playthrough, I'll have this on the complete other end of the game. Because it's like, looks like it has like 14 different pages of it. But... Yes. What the hell am I thinking? This could be my lucky break I've been waiting for. Karasu already said that Sai would be training me beforehand, and I wouldn't even have to kill anyone. This could be the single greatest opportunity in my lifetime. Alright, I'll do it. Excellent. I knew you wouldn't let me down. And don't worry, you'll be rewarded soundly for your efforts. I was hoping that was the case. I don't mean to sound greedy, but how much are we talking about here? How much? My boy, money would be a rather poor reward for something this grandiose. Eh? He isn't going to try to screw me like my last boss, is he? No, for a job like this, the reward must be just as special. Succeed, and I'll return your home to you. My home? Your lost home. You lost your home not long ago, correct? Your parents' house? I've done my research. I know all about your life, before and after your parents' demise. If I recall correctly, your parents' deaths were deemed suspicious, and you've been locked out of your inheritance pending a thorough investigation. What you weren't told is how horribly slow and corrupt the justice system in this country is. I have already obtained your house, for safekeeping, of course. Do this for me and I will sign the rights over to you. Huh. Well, that went better than expected. When Sai said the two of them wanted to speak to me, I wasn't sure what to think. But for our old home, the house that Sarah and I grew up in, to be so close, Suo? Yes, sir. 11 p.m. sharp, Monday through Thursday. Meet me at Andre's gym. The gym? Okay, but why? For training, weren't you listening? Ah, right, of course. But hitting the gym, is that really a good way to prepare for that? Just be there. Yes, of course. I'm not done talking. There's one other duty I'll have you perform. There's more? The decision for you to join Misa and I in training and in work was not Karasu's alone. He wants Misa and I to teach you, to show you how professionals do things, to give you the skills you need to pull off our Advent raid and survive. But I don't care about any of that. I agreed to all of this for my daughter's sake, not yours. His daughter? Meaning Misa? She walked off on her own when we left Karasu's office, so I didn't think her destination was the same as Sai's. But if he's asking me to do something for his daughter's sake, I guess he must want me to. Make a save. I don't know. Go with this, befriend her? That must be it. This can't be a terribly social, heartwarming career, and I doubt Misa still goes to school. Our colleagues are older than me, and I'm certain that I'm older than Misa, so age-wise, I'd be the most likely candidate. You want me to befriend your daughter? Don't get the wrong idea. Misa is perfectly capable of making friends. You should be honored that I'm offering you the opportunity to even see her outside of work. I feel confused about your angry expression. Yeah. She just isn't in a position to do so right now. What I want from you is something nobody else here can offer Misa. You're 17. Going by your date of birth, you are 4 months older than my daughter. You are by far the closest to her in terms of age, and even in circumstance. Circumstance? Torn away from your home, cut off from other people your age, thrown headfirst into the real world, left with little choice but to fight. Oh. But I won't let that fact consume my daughter's life. Suo, all I want from you is your friendship. I am curious, does whatever I say change? I mean, obviously whatever I say changes his dialogue. But what I mean is this. In this current circumstance, he is behaving as if from the moment one, like he's behaving as if from moment one his intention was for me to befriend her. So the question then is, if I picked Protector, then he's going to, it's not going to be, oh no, all I want you to do is befriend her. And he'll wind up acting as if, no. And then he'll go, yeah, all I want is you to protect her. And if I say date her, like he's going to be like, oh, that's what he meant from the start. Let's try that. Nora and Sarah. It makes sense that her father would worry about her. You have nothing to worry about. I'll make sure nothing happens to your daughter. Huh? You? Protector? Okay, he's kind of laughing at me for that one. So, it's nothing like that. What I want from you is no one else can offer. Okay, so... Okay. So obviously I chose correctly on this one, but I kind of want to see. Even though I've been going, oh, I'm not going to do multiple endings. He's just like outright stab me on this one. He's just going to stab me. I'm going to get stabbed for saying this. He's going to stab me. Whatever you're thinking, stop it immediately. It's okay, I understand completely. Oh? You want me to teach her? Oh, God! That's... Wow! And the lightheadedness is back. Fuck. Oh, God, he's gonna... That face. I'm making that same face, man. That grimace he's doing. Oh, God. I am grimacing even harder than him. Oh, God. What? Okay. I'm still gonna stick with my initial answer of befriending her, but I should end the video. Get some sleep. Actually, I think I'll go get something to eat. Get some sleep, and then I'll go to work. Hope everyone had a good day. And like I said, I'll have to remember to put that one game in the description, because I might go back to that, because it looked like it was a really awesome horror game, but it was just that I don't know what else I had going on at the time. I think it was just I was annoyed that I didn't know what to do in the game. So if I ever go back to that game, I have to look up an actual guide. But yeah, until next time, and whatever part of this game it is, bye.